Welcome to our screencast for the alternative placement as partial fulfilment of the Professional Practice Module 2017 by Lisa Waters and Denise Call.
In this placement, we worked with 3 young people from the Garda Youth Diversion Programme, which took place in St John's Square Youth Space.
The Limerick Youth Service runs a Garda Youth Diversion project with young people aged from 12 to 18 who are involved in or at risk of antisocial behaviour and crime.
The aim of the Garda Youth Diversion Programme is to work either one-to-one and or in group work to support young people in their personal, civic and social development. Outcomes of the Garda Youth Diversion Programme are the following: improved sense of civic and social involvement, understanding of the benefits of educational attachment and attainment, increased engagement with pro-social peers, improved use of recreational time, and greater sense of personal worth.
Leading up to the placement, there were 3 meetings that took place in preparation for the project. The first 2 meetings took place in the Limerick Youth Service main offices. From here, we were directed to a meeting with Priscilla, who is the programme leader for the Garda Youth Diversion Programme, in St John's Square in Limerick, and here's an audio recording of her discussing what they do in the Garda Youth Diversion Programme.
So my name is Priscilla Sheehan and I'm a youth worker for the Irish Town Garda Youth Diversion Project. We're a project based in John Square whereby young people are referred by the Gardaí or the Juvenile Liaison Officer if they have offended or are at risk of offending. So the whole purpose of the project is to divert young people from crime and from criminal activity. So we open 5 days a week and we run after schools programs for the young people and summer provision to basically help them make better choices and to educate them to make better decisions.
In meetings, we learned that there was a limited facilities in the centre. We decided as a group that photography would be best suit the students' needs and interests. One of the main difficulties that were highlighted during these meetings that the students had very short attention spans and needed an active learning environment. This influenced our teaching and learning strategies throughout the project's process.
The rationale for this photography project was greatly influenced by the students' interests in graffiti. With this, we decided that a walking trail around Limerick City documenting street art would highly motivate them for an interesting photography project.
This is a quote from one of the young students during the photography trail. "I get my hair cut in the barbers right beside this graffiti and I've never noticed this before." This highlighted how the students had never observed the street art around Limerick City. Here are some of the photographs taken during the photo trail.
The lesson objectives we had planned for this project was to encourage the use of imagination for photographs around Limerick City, to carefully use the camera and their functions accordingly, to develop a sense of personal identity and self-esteem through completion of short introduction to photography, and to appreciate and observe street art around their local environment.
As part of the alternative placement, we trained up Priscilla and Brian on how to use a DSLR camera and provided them with additional resources that can be circulated throughout their colleagues around the Limerick Youth Service.
To motivate and engage the young people, it was decided that the 3 most creative pieces would be printed and framed for permanent display in the common room of their youth centre.
While on the photography trail, the students preferred the black and white setting of the camera. Here is the 3 chosen shots. As you can see that the students had a great eye for the photography and were extremely enthusiastic throughout the process. When picking up the camera, they found that the settings were easy to use, which was a great help throughout the process.
It was clear to see that framing the work meant a great deal for all of the students and their self-esteem and confidence. 3 external youth workers attended the presentation of photographs and the project is now presented on their social media account.
On their Facebook, Garda Youth Diversion Project thanked Denise and I on completing our placement. They mentioned that the project, on the duration of the placement, the participants learned about basic photography skills and embarked on a street art photo trail which culminated in the presentation of our photographs, which are proudly displayed in the St John's Square Youth Centre.
We gained huge experience working in an alternative learning environment. We now believe that we can utilise these skills in the art and design classroom, especially when differentiating for students who are coming from social and economical disadvantaged areas. The outcome of this project showed that with an interesting subject matter, students can be engaged throughout the process.
Thank you for listening.